Hello, friends. So it's a pleasure to talk with you here this Monday evening. As requested, I did make it out to some man on the street interviews. I'm going to call it woman on the street, right? To speak with some citizens in Manchester, New Hampshire, where I currently live. I will be moving. As I stated, I'm headed down to Florida pretty soon. That being said, as we all know, over the weekend, Trump was allowed back on Twitter. So that's gotten a breadth of emotions from a lot of people. And so I was curious because I feel that the media goes extreme on one side or the other, whoever's talking about it. So I wanted to hear what actual people are saying. And then I wanted to hear what people thought about the border too. I just tossed that in because that's another current issue. And I figured if someone's willing to talk to me, might as well ask them another question. And then, I'm a foodie, so I also had to ask about food. And so that was interesting, some varying responses. But I personally, even though Trump was allowed back on Twitter, don't think he's going to go back. I mean, I think the big driver of anyone going to Truth Social, because it's really an echo chamber, is Trump being there. So, whether they're there because they like him or because they hate him, he's there. And that's where he talks. So it'll be interesting. I bet that there's a part of him that really, really wants to go to Twitter, but doesn't want to see Truth Social fail. That being said, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to let you hear from the people that I interviewed today. So without further ado, here we go. Sorry to come back again, but I have one more thing. I'm going to offer a caveat before I play these clips of my interviews that I did on the street. It was 31 degrees out with like a much colder wind chill. I'm like happy to have some hot chocolate right now. So I had to walk the streets a lot to even find people on the streets because it was so cold. There was not very many people out there. So I couldn't really feel my fingers much of the time. So it's not my best camera work ever. I'm going to fix that in the future. And my wireless mic that I have that clips on and my other mics, I didn't bring, but actually died in my truck while I was inside my hair appointment, just because it was cold. So in the future, better video and audio quality, but I think you can hear everyone fine. So I just wanted to add that before you watch it. All right. Hello, this is Nicole Martin, and I'm reporting live from the streets of downtown Manchester at the moment. It's a sunny but cold day. I think it's about 32 degrees. But what we're going to try to do today is hear what some people on the street think about current events. Particularly what I would like to hear about is what people think about Donald Trump being allowed back on Twitter. So we'll see if anyone will answer me. But okay, here goes. All right, so again, this is Nicole Martin reporting live on the street. And as we discussed, we're going to talk about current events today. So I'm curious, what are your thoughts on Donald Trump being allowed back on Twitter?
Yeah, I've got no problem with it. Freedom of speech. That's what it's about. I may not agree with him, but he is entitled to speak his mind.
Excellent. And what do you think about the border right now?
It is what it is. I'm like, they put up a fence, 70 years too late?
Yeah,
it's a little pointless at this point. Most of California is Mexican now. It's, it is what it is. So I'm like, probably more border patrols just watching who comes through and, criminal element wise. But, they should probably just start allowing them through now because it's pointless. We're wasting more time. We're wasting more time and resources trying to fight them, and it's not getting us anywhere. Like we're already overrun anyway, so
so figure, hey, make it a free-for-all anyways, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, last but not least, what's your favorite food?
Indian food.
Indian, excellent. Well, thank you so much for talking today. It's a little windier than I thought. Excuse me. Hi, my name's Nicole Martin. I'm an independent journalist on YouTube. I'm curious about people's thoughts on current events today. And so would you be willing to tell me what are your thoughts on Donald Trump being allowed back on Twitter?
Definitely not.
Okay.
He shouldn't be allowed to do anything.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And then, what are your thoughts right now on the border?
I think we need to do something, but I don't think we need to build the wall.
Okay. And what's your favorite food?
Mexican.
Thank you so much. You're welcome. Have a great day. All right, so I'm still very cold right now, but we're gonna try this again. Excuse me, sir. Hi, my name is Nicole Martin. I'm an independent journalist on YouTube. Would you be willing to answer a question about a current event?
No, I got interview.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good luck. Okay, that was a no-go. Good for him. He at least stopped to talk to me before his job interview. All right, looks like... Hi there, guys.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Nicole Martin. I'm an independent journalist on YouTube on a show called Leave Her Wildlife. Would you be willing to respond to a question on current events for me?
Just want to answer a current events.
What's the current events question?
I have two for you, and then a fun one. So, what are your thoughts on Donald Trump being allowed back on Twitter?
I mean, it's a free world.
Yeah, I mean it's a social media platform, so people should be allowed on it. I think they should be able to pay for what they say on it, but people should be allowed to have their free speech.
Excellent. Do you think he's actually going to go back on and leave his Truth Social?
Probably. I don't know.
You can't really trust most of what people say anymore these days. So I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's all
everything they say with a grain of salt. Keep your own opinions.
That's true. So, how do you feel about the border?
That's a tricky one. I mean, I don't know. Everyone has their points. That's what I have to say. I don't really
So you're kind of you're neutral at this
very
point?
neutralized to it.
very neutral
Yeah.
to it. I mean, I think that people, it's a tough.
I feel like the border doesn't need to be the thing that we need to
I'm not
fix.
worried necessarily about immigration. If that makes sense.
Okay.
I think that.
Yeah.
I mean, people should try to go through it correctly, but yeah, it's a real. Yeah, that's a long conversation.
Well, I mean,
It's kind of so bad that we were at the point of no return, right? So it's like, where do we
Yeah.
go from here?
I don't know, I think we just need to fix the way that we treat our asylees and people that are looking for refuge before we really focus on preventing who can and who can't come
Yeah.
in, because I feel like everything's done appropriately, just not done efficiently or the most PC way.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
All right. And I know it's cold. So the last question is, what's your favorite food?
Oh God. It's a tough
Oh,
question.
that's supposed to be
it's a
the
tough
easy one.
It's a tough one because we cook, so everything is.
Oh,
is good
okay.
food. I don't know, pizza's always a home class favorite. I always go for pizza.
Yeah, pizza's always good.
Okay.
Nice, perfect medium rare steak.
A hot pizza would be good right about now. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, guys. Have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, friends. So I'm still in the streets here, but I have to tell you that my voice is a little choppy. I think the wind chill on the street is probably in the 20s, and I'm a little bit cold. So I'm gonna call it quits for a minute, go grab some lunch at one of my favorite spots down here, and I'll check back in later. Well, there you have it, friends. I went out on the streets just for you and in the freezing cold and talked to everyday citizens to give them a voice on current events and put it out there. We all deserve to have a voice. So that being said, I'm open to take requests. So if there's something you'd like me to ask in these street interviews, as long as it's not a freezing cold day again and it's appropriate, I'll even willing to do some funny stuff within reason. I am a jokester a bit. But yeah, just leave it in the comments. I'm happy to do so. And please like, share, follow. This work needs to be supported so that I can continue to do it. So, and I enjoy doing it. Yeah, speaking of funny, I just have to add at the end, the last interview I did with the cooks, I didn't realize during the interview that the guy that stood off in the distance, which I think he did on purpose because he was right in the camera view, had on American flag spandex. I just had to add that. He was the one shouting USA.